Should we all stop posting on TikTok? Welcome back to Road to J. Cole Feature, the series that's all about my journey as a newly full-time rapper. I'm DG the Artist. If you're new to this series, the point is to share everything I've done for my rap career in the past week, but I like to do it through the lens of a certain topic. And this week's topic is TikTok. So let's have a little discussion about that. First off, when I say TikTok, I'm actually being a very old man, and I mean any short-form content. So that's TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, Facebook Reels, whatever else there is out there. Because it's all doing the same thing, let's be real. Real? Get it? Anyway. All right. So this week I've actually been posting a lot of short form content, which is what got me reflecting on today's topic. I have a concert coming up this Sunday in Washington, D.C., so I've been posting a lot of silly shorts advertising that. And I also had a concert last month that went really well, and so I've been combing through the footage and posting some shorts of that I want to live on the internet forever. And I had a bit of a mentality shift surrounding the shorts I've been posting in the past week and how I want to approach it to get people actually interested in me and what I'm doing. Here's the breakdown. First off, we all know two things about TikTok. One, it's possible to go super duper mega viral without that much effort. Like, you could take a random video in your car, post it on TikTok, and if it hits the algorithm right and people resonate with it, 100 million views. The second thing we know is that as quickly as that can come, it can fall away just as quickly. Yes, everyone will know your song for a few days, but nobody cares about you enough to check out your discography or maybe even stream the song. They might not stream the song at all. They might just hear it on TikTok and never go check out the full thing. So I've started approaching Reels and Shorts and TikToks in a totally different way lately, which is that I'm not banking on one of them going viral. Hey, if it happens, I'll take it and I'll try to convert that into people coming over here to YouTube or checking out my album or coming to a concert or something like that, but I'm not banking on it. My actual goal with posting that content is more of proof that I'm alive. Let me explain. When I came up doing YouTube back in 2013 making Rubik's Cube videos, the normal thing to do was to post once a week, maybe even once every 2 weeks. There was not such a saturation of content back then that you could still make a name for yourself posting even somewhat infrequently. Nowadays, with the rise of short form content and AI slop frickin' everywhere, that's just not really an option anymore. But if you're a creative person, it still takes just as long as it did then to make something that you're actually proud of. I don't think it's possible to upload on YouTube a long form video every day and have none of them be throwaways. I just don't think that's a thing you can do. But what you can do and what I can do and what I've been doing this week is posting, more low effort content as shorts and reels and things like that to remind people that I exist. And when I say low effort, I want to be clear that I don't mean that it's bad content. There's still a difference between low effort and bad. Low effort content can still be fun and entertaining. It's just not the sort of thing that you're going to spend hours and hours editing. And that's what I'm doing. I'm posting silly little skits about the concert I have coming up. I'm posting short clips from my last concert, things like that, to just entertain people and remind people that I exist. And I think I have actual proof that this works. So I've mentioned it in so many episodes of this series before, but there's an open mic night in Washington, D.C. that I love and I go to pretty much every week. And lately at the past few open mics, I've had a lot more people coming up to me and telling me, hey, I've been seeing the stuff you've been posting, keep it up. I see you're putting in the work and posting regularly and all that. It's entertaining. It's really funny. Keep doing what you're doing. And the reason I think that's so important is because a lot of those people, I would wager very few of those people who have told me that in person are actually here on this YouTube channel watching this video right now. If you are, let me know in the comments. That would be great. But I think most of those people are kind of just vaguely aware of me. And it would take a lot for them to decide, okay, I'm going to sit down and watch a 20-minute video or an hour-long podcast from this guy. That takes a lot of commitment. But it takes very little effort to see a reel in their feed and giggle at it and then compliment me on it the next time they see me. The catch here, though, that I'm doing very intentionally is the reels are generally pushing people away from the reels. There's going to be some plug for my music or some plug for my YouTube channel or for a concert or something like that in each reel, so that when people see them and they giggle or whatever and then they move on, it sort of sticks in the back of their head that, hey, there's more that this guy is doing that I haven't checked out yet. And that's the thing. For every one of you who's hearing the words coming out of my mouth right now, you're sitting down to watch a long form video from DG the Artist, I would wager that there are 10 more people who know about me but they're not making the effort to come over here. But the way we get those people to do that is by consistently posting more in the places that they are and reminding them, hey, I'm also over here if you actually really like what I'm doing. So to answer the question in the title, I actually think you should not stop posting on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube Shorts. I think it's good, which is a crazy statement for me to say. I've always been very anti like the short form industry, but I think I actually like it now. I don't know. My main focus is still my music and the long form content right here on this YouTube channel. You know, I worked on some more music this week. I posted a podcast. I posted the last episode of Road to J. Cole feature. You know, that's the stuff, that's my bread and butter. That's what I love to do. But those things take more effort to consume. And so they are going to get fewer views, fewer interactions than the reels and stuff like that. So I think it's important to keep posting reels to remind people that you exist, and eventually hope they come check out your other things. Another random short form content thought that I've been pondering this week that I just want to talk about here, because if you watch this late in the video, you're probably not going to click away. At least, please don't. But an idea that I had recently is I really want to start a short form mockumentary series about the open mic night I go to, because there's such an incredible cast of characters there. It's so many people who I love, and they're so fun and funny and talented. And I think it would be really great to like highlight those people in a silly way with short form content. My goal is like this next open mic night, I want to film the pilot mini mockumentary, and we'll see how it goes. I have at least 4 ideas written down for episodes of this series already, and I'm really excited, so stay tuned. Let's take a look at this week's stats, and I'm going to be honest, things have gone up. And the reason is very obvious. I posted a video on my old channel, DG Cubes, my Rubik's Cube channel, and a lot of people have come over to this channel from there, so thank you. But it's still really cool to see, like, the subscribers on YouTube have gone way up, my watch time has gone way up, Instagram followers have gone up, Spotify monthly listeners and streams have gone up. It's all good stuff. I also coincidentally had an Instagram reel start to gain more traction this week. It's the one about how my doctor allowed me to choose Old English as my language for my appointment. I think it's blowing up because my friend Astrid Lundberg reposted it and she's famous, so that helps. Thank you, Astrid. But like I talked about earlier in this video, I'm not taking that too seriously. Like, hey, if that video can convince some people to go check out my music or check out my videos here, that's great. Please let me know if you came here and you're watching this late in the video from that reel or from a similar viral reel. But yeah, as cool as it is to see the numbers go up on a reel, that's not necessarily my goal with posting them. I'm really just proving that I'm still alive. All that said, let's move on to this week's shout out. This week's shout out goes to somebody who I just mentioned in this video, Astrid Lundberg. This is very funny to me because Astrid is famous and I am not famous. Why am I shouting her out? This is a misuse of my platform to support smaller artists. But the reason I'm shouting her out is because she's famous for her science communication, but a lot of people don't know that she also makes music, and she's really good at it. I just checked, she has one song on Spotify from 2013 called Bitter Coffee Eyes, which is a great song, but she has so many more songs in the vault, and they're so good. She's very multi-talented, she can sing, she's great at songwriting, she plays a lot of instruments, and she performs at the local open mic nights, and there's so many songs that I wish you all could hear. Honestly, I just want to bring awareness to the fact that Astrid makes music too, and if her following sees this, they will pressure her to release her music, as they should. Please, see this video and tell Astrid to release her music because it's really good and y'all have to hear it. Anyway, I digress. If you want to be considered for next week's shout out, let me know in the comments. That's about it for this week's episode of Road to J. Cole feature. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in my next video.